All right, I am back. It is 8 at night. It is day 33 of this challenge. And when I first did this challenge, day 33 was also another terrible day because I spent hours trying to get one drop, which was the Chompasaur, which is found in chapter 8. So I won't have to worry about the Chompasaur for a while because I'm still in chapter 7. But it's time to go to the pyramid to get the next 5 drops. So there's the Arachnid, which has a 4 in 120 chance of dropping a beef jerky. There's the Fear Shattered Man, which has a 64 in 120 chance of dropping a mummy wrap. The Petrified Royal Guard, which has a 4 in 120 chance of dropping a sudden guts pill. The Lethal Snake Hieroglyph, which has a 4 in 120 chance of dropping a Pharaoh's Curse. And yes, I'm calling it a lethal snake hieroglyph so that YouTube doesn't think I'm saying a bad word. Because for some reason, when I say the enemy's actual name, YouTube interprets it as me saying a specific A word, which I am not saying. And finally, there's the Guardian Hieroglyph, which has an 8 in 120 chance of also dropping a Pharaoh's Curse. And a Pharaoh's Curse is basically just poison. But I'm gonna eat this skip sandwich deluxe because it's useless now. Oh, I got a green swirl somehow. How did that even happen? Also, for some reason, ooh, Ness unlocked PSI Gaming Gamma. I bet. Who got sunstroke? Pooh, you monkey. Also, dude, for some reason, I sound like Awesome Dude from recent Minecraft manhunts. Okay, avoid the enemies. Okay, no one got sunstroke. All right, it's time to go inside the pyramid. Ooh, a Fear Shattered Man. Okay, so we do have a high chance of getting this Fear Shattered Man's drop on the first try. And not only do I have to do the challenge of getting all the enemy drops in the pyramid, because you know, if I don't get all the drops, I will fail the challenge. Okay, that's stupid. What? He's not there anymore. What happened? But anyway, as I was saying, I have to get all the drops so that I don't fail the challenge. So not only do I have to get all the drops in the pyramid, but I also have to get through the pyramid as well. And if you guys never played this game before, the pyramid is one of the toughest dungeons in the whole game. Like, the enemies will destroy you in this dungeon. And when I played this game for the first time, I thought the pyramid was a maze, but that's not actually the case. It's pretty straightforward. Because really all you're doing here in the pyramid is just fighting a boss and then getting an item that you need later in the game called the Hawkeye. And you need the Hawkeye so that you can see in the darkness when you get to the Deep Darkness Swamp later in chapter 7. But we won't have to worry about the Deep Darkness Swamp until later. Also, Ness, can you hit him, you monkey? Dude, that guy just did so much damage to Pooh. Okay, we got the Fear Shattered Man's drop. That's the 92nd enemy drop out of 141 now. Yeah, I think that's the 92nd drop. Okay, PSI Gaming, Gamma. I'm gonna give this mummy wrap to Pooh, because he can't do as much damage as us right now. I have to hold on to the food for as long as possible. Because again, the pyramid dungeon is tough. Oh yeah, and frequently you're literally forced to fight these guardian hieroglyphs and the lethal snake hieroglyphs. So yeah, naturally along the way in the pyramid, we're gonna have to, you know, encounter these guys. Because from what I know, it's impossible to run away from these guys. Like, the game just forces you to fight them. So yes, this counts as an encounter. Now the Guardian Hieroglyphs drop is a high percentage of a chance. Oh yeah, and once you defeat the Guardian Hieroglyphs and the Lethal Snake Hieroglyphs in this dungeon, they never spawn ever again. Is what I would say if I didn't have a massive brain. I'm joking, I still don't have a massive brain. But yeah, I just lied to you guys. The Guardian Hieroglyphs and the Lethal Snake Hieroglyphs can spawn permanently in this dungeon, but only in certain rooms of the pyramid. And this room I'm in is not one of them. So yeah, I wish I really would have known that when I did this challenge the first time. Because I was like, okay, I have a limited amount of attempts for these two enemies. But nope, they can permanently spawn in certain areas of the pyramid. Ooh, that's good, that's good. You know, for the edited version of this video, I'm pretty sure I don't think we've had 3 enemies on the screen on the left since chapter 1. Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, it's not my fault. I'm literally forced to encounter these guys. Also, the enemies really want to target Pooh today. Like, did Pooh do something to you guys? Like, seriously, the enemies just want to target Pooh today for some reason. Okay, drink this bottle of water. But yeah, I didn't. When I did this challenge for the first time, I didn't actually know that the hieroglyph enemies can permanently spawn in certain rooms of the pyramid until after I got the last drop of the pyramid. Like, dude, I really wish I would have known that. But that's exactly why I'm doing this redemption. Because I have better strategies this time. And the strategy is literally just using more save states and resets. Yeah, that's literally the only difference. Ooh, smash hit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the only reason this is one of the toughest dungeons in the game is because of the freaking hieroglyphs, man. They do so much damage to you, and they just waste your psychic points because they just keep giving you a cold, so you have to heal it. You have to heal colds constantly, and then you also waste a lot of food just healing up. Okay, nest with the smash hit. Oh yeah, and my goal for this recording is to get like 3 drops. You know, obviously these recordings are going to become a lot shorter because I don't have as much time to grind anymore. Because we all love school getting in the way of things. We love that. You know, I feel like at this point, schools should just realize that people have lives outside of school. Like, do they think I want to spend my life studying? Like, first of all, no. And second of all, I don't study, I memorize. And I'm telling you, studying and memorizing are 2 different things. Okay, I want to check that. Yeah, I want to check this cast kit so that I can get some. Okay, a bag of Dragonite. I'm gonna give that to Jeff. Because I'm pretty sure Pooh's inventory is being close to full. Actually, no, he has 4 slots open. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, and when I first did this challenge, and I got to the deep darkness swamp, I went to bed and saved the game. And then the next day, and some of you guys know this already, but it was day 25 of the challenge at the time. And yeah, I went to bed, I saved the game, and then when I came home from school to do day 25 of the challenge, I found out I lost a whole bunch of progress somehow. I ended up losing progress from chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. But thankfully, I had a save state that was in the pyramid, and it literally ended up saving the entire challenge. Yep, one save state that I just conveniently had that put me right before the last drop of the pyramid. That save state saved the whole challenge. Because otherwise I would have... I probably would have given up at that point. And the thing is, I still don't know how I ended up losing so much progress. Because I vividly remember saving the game before going to bed that night. And yet, when I came home from school, that progress was just gone. It just wasn't there. And because I lost so much progress, I had to get a lot of drops again. But thankfully, that didn't take too long, because most of the drops were common. And what I mean by common is that they were either guaranteed or the enemy just doesn't drop anything. Dude, these hieroglyph enemies are shredding through my health. Like Paula's basically half health. Jeff isn't doing that much better, and neither is Pooh. Like, I'm telling you, this is one of the toughest dungeons to go through. Ooh, no. I don't want to fight any guardian hieroglyphs right now. I'm just trying to get some stuff, man. Just let me through. Okay, what's in this casket? Speed capsule? Leave me alone. Dude, I don't know why my voice got so deep just then. But again, I sound like awesome, dude. Okay, can I not be just bombarded by enemies, please? Can I get through? Can I get through, please? You're wasting my time here. Time is valuable. Finally. Cup of life noodles. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep that on Ness. You know, if I'm being honest, I'm surprised I haven't gotten the Guardian hieroglyphs drop yet. It is a high drop rate. Okay, that's good. That's good that he missed. That would have done so much damage to Paula just then. And also, it's funny that this game is literally making you fight drawings on a wall. Sentient drawings on a wall. All right, there's the next boss, the Guardian General. The Guardian General really isn't that bad to kill. You just gotta spam PSI freeze a few times. Because that's what the boss is weak to. And even though the Guardian General is not a Sanctuary Guardian, it plays the Sanctuary Guardian music. I have no idea why they do that to some enemies. So I remember the first time I fought the Guardian General from when I first played this game back in February of 2025. The way I won the fight was so hilarious because I previously used a Pharaoh's Curse on the Guardian General and it poisoned him. And then when he tried to attack me, he took damage from the poison and then he just died. Wow, he was one hit. He was one hit. Okay, Nessa's level wait, Nessa's level 50? I thought he was level 40. Okay, Paula unlocked PSI Freeze Omega, the strongest version of PSI Freeze. Wait, if Jeff's IQ is 45, then that's golden. Oh my god, it's 43, you monkey. Oh my god, Jeff, you monkey. If your IQ was 45, that would have been golden, man. I would have been able to fix the broken bazooka. Okay, I might as well get you out the way. I wonder how many Guardian hieroglyphs are in this dungeon. You know, like the ones that are on the wall. And not the ones that just spawn. Yeah, I wonder how many there are. Oh my god. Dude, I was tweaking out there for a second. I just kept pressing the wrong button multiple times. Okay, the rain pendant. Alright, so I gave the rain pendant to Paula. And basically what the rain pendant does is that it makes you take less damage from PSI freeze when enemies attack you with it. And considering how weak Paula is, even in this point of the game, that's really good. That there's an item that basically makes you a god against PSI freeze. All right, we have to step on this pressure plate so that we can unlock that passage that leads us to the Hawkeye. But yeah, I might as well start actually grinding for a specific drop. Nope. Nope. Okay, this is the enemy I actually wanted to target, the lethal snake hieroglyph. All right, we have the save state. He singled out somehow. Now, since it is a 4 in 128 chance of getting their drop, it could take a while. Wait, what? Oh, there was a petrified royal guard behind the casket. You can't... Okay, you can't see it because, of course...
Who washed clothes today?
Dude, that monkey. Bro, you can't see the petrified royal guard because, of course, he has to share an overworld sprite with the caskets. And he's just behind that casket right there. You can't see him, but he's there. Dude, I hate it when enemies share overworld sprites, man. Like, I know they probably couldn't have done it back then because of console limitations or something, but like, dude, you could have at least made the petrified Royal Guard's overworld sprite like a different color. Like, you could have made it like blue or something. Well, I guess no lethal snake hieroglyph. Yeah, I don't think we can single out a lethal snake hieroglyph. Because for some reason they always spawn with a petrified Royal Guard. So that they can group up with them. And then I can't despawn the petrified Royal Guard because these rooms are too narrow. Wait, is this petrified Royal Guard singled out? Oh, he is. He is singled out. Wait, actually, I don't want to have 4 enemies on the screen for the edited version. That will just take up too much space. I'm just gonna find a Guardian hieroglyph. Listen, man, I'm trying to find ideas. Like, I'm being overstimulated right now. Like, there's way too much stuff for me to deal with in this dungeon. Yeah, I'm gonna try to single out a Guardian hieroglyph and not do that. Oh, the arachnid is gonna group up with that Guardian hieroglyph. Oh my god, he's such a monkey. Dude, why are these Guardian hieroglyphs such monkeys? Oh wait, I have a plan. I'm gonna lure that arachnid over there. I'm gonna lure him over to me. And then I'm gonna encounter the arachnid. I'm not actually gonna grind for the arachnid's drop. When I'm not grinding for an enemy's drop, it does not count as an encounter. So I'm gonna encounter that. I'm gonna fight that arachnid. The Guardian hieroglyph is gonna try to group up with the arachnid, but they're too slow. And it's gonna take a while for them to walk over to me to engage in the fight with the arachnid. So if the Guardian hieroglyph is slow enough, he won't engage in the fight. Right, that's the game plan. Or he can just get stuck on the wall. That's just... Okay, they both don't want to cooperate with me. They just both want to get stuck on a wall. Dude, I thought I was big braining there for a second. But it turns out they just didn't want to. They just didn't want to cooperate. Dude, it's so difficult to single out these enemies in this dungeon, man. The rooms are so narrow. Okay, what if I do this? Okay, it just won't let me run away from the fight. You know, I don't know why RPGs do that. Like, they make you have an option to run away from a fight, and yet it just doesn't work most of the time. Like, why have the run away button there if it just won't work most of the time? Oh, he was too fast. He was too fast. He got stuck. Wait, what if I do this? I'm gonna walk very slowly. It still didn't work. He's stuck. He's just stuck. No, I didn't even mean to touch the door. Oh my. Dude, it's so difficult. You guys try doing this yourself. I'm telling you, it's so difficult to single out these enemies. Oh my god, bro. Oh yeah, and the arachnid is a palette swap of the arachnid. You might be confused. See, ARACHNID exclamation point is the arachnid from chapter 4, whose drop we got earlier in the challenge. ARACHNID exclamation point is the arachnid. Yeah, for some reason, both versions of the arachnid have the same name. But the palette swap has 3 exclamation points in their name instead of 1. Because that makes their name totally different. Like, why didn't they just go with something like super arachnid or deadly arachnid? Heck, I would have been fine with poisonous arachnid. But nope, they just made it the same name. Oh my god, this is so difficult. No, I didn't want to go through the door. Is he seriously stuck? And then I got stuck. Dude, I can't single them out. I can't single them out. I just can't do it. The rooms are too narrow. You know, I know this is against the rules, but I'm gonna use Jeff's spy command to see if the Guardian Hieroglyph has the drop. He doesn't have the drop. Oh wait, I'm stupid. The spy command can fail. What if I try it again? Oh, Jeff just survived mortal damage. I just realized that. Jeff is tanking right now. Okay, does the arachnid at least have its drop, though? Yeah, I know this is against the rules, but I'm gonna see if they have the drop. If either one of them has a drop. And if they do have the drop, okay, I don't think either of them have their drop. My God, man. I just can't single them out. These rooms are too narrow. You know, to use snot, you kind of need room to move around. But the pyramid just doesn't offer that. Like, a lot of these rooms are really tight and really narrow. And then the enemies just spawn grouped up. I'm gonna try another room. Yeah, they're just not gonna let me pass through. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the hawk eye. Okay, we can do this guardian hieroglyph. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I can't single these enemies out. The rooms are too narrow. Like it may sound like I'm just making that up, but I'm not joking. Try and do this yourself. But let's just get started with the grind for this thing, man. I can't. I just can't anymore. I think this might be I think this might be the time of suffering. Yeah, I think I might have to label the pyramid as another time of suffering. Maybe I can call it the time of suffering, but the enemies refuse to single out. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. The time of suffering, but the enemies refuse to separate from each other. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. This is no longer the pyramid. This is now the time of suffering, but the enemies refuse to separate from each other. And yeah, I know that name is long, but for the other times of suffering, the names were also long. You know, we got the time of suffering, but with sunstrokes, and then the time of suffering, but with annoying music. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, once you get to chapter 7, that's when this challenge starts getting real. Like, it does not want to play around anymore. Like, you got a lot of enemies with low drop odds. You got enemies constantly grouping up with each other. Status effects you have to deal with. Tough dungeons on top of that. Like, chapter 7 is definitely the hardest part of this entire challenge, because it's the longest chapter in the game, and there's a lot of difficult dungeons and difficult drops to get in chapter 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure chapter 7 has the most amount of 1 in 128 items to collect out of any chapter. Yeah, I think yeah, this might actually be the only way to single out these guardian hieroglyphs, is to fight the ones that are on the wall and not the ones that just spawn. Because otherwise I can't figure out a way to single one out. And also we just came from a room where we had to fall down into the room we're in now. So I can't climb back up. Meaning once I get the drop, I have to save the game here by using a save state. Wait, how come Paula didn't get a cold? Is it because she has the rain pendant? In which catching a cold, I guess, kind of acts like PSI freeze. But when you catch a cold, it's not literally cold itself. You know, if I'm being honest, I don't know why they call it the cold. Like, maybe it's just me, but whenever I have a cold, I feel way too warm. Yeah, they call it the cold, but really, you're just warm the whole time. Yeah, it might because Paula has the rain pendant. That's probably that's definitely why she's not catching colds from the guardian hieroglyph. And also the guardian hieroglyph is setting an example of what not to do when you're sick. And that is cough on other people. And yet people at school just don't do that for some reason. Like they don't keep their distance when they're sick. And keep in mind, these are the same people that don't wear jackets when it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, if I'm being completely honest, I never understood how people just go outside in cold weather without a jacket on. Like, dude, if I'm still freezing with a coat on in that kind of weather, then I can't imagine what those people who don't wear jackets feel. Dude, I'm just ready to see the words the enemy left at present. Because once I see those words, I never have to fight any of these guardian hieroglyphs ever again. Except I kind of have to, because there's still guardian hieroglyphs on the wall that I'm forced to fight. So yeah, unfortunately, there's that. Yeah, I just want to see the words the enemy left are present, so that I can get the guardian hieroglyphs drop, and then I can save the game using a save state. Because I'm trying to get this out. Oh yeah, it's the rain pendant. It's the rain pendant. But don't worry. These enemies may be destroying us right now, but later in the game, the characters are going to become absolute gods. Also, remember earlier in the challenge when I said that you want to be over leveled, but you also don't want to be over leveled at the same time? Well, I'm not really following my own advice that well, because I'm literally at the normal level that the game expects you to be around at this point in the game. So I'm not over leveled at all. I'm actually normal leveled. And that's because I keep using save states to get the drops. And the only reason I'm using more save states as one of the new strategies is so that I don't miss out on the Magicant boost. Because when I did this challenge the first time, I missed out on the Magicant boost. Well, some of it. I still got all the stat boosts, except for HP and psychic points. So Ness's HP was stuck at 700 or something, and then his psychic points was stuck at 200. But if you get the Magicant boost and you have Ness maxed out, his HP goes up to like a little bit over 900 something, and then his psychic points goes up to like 5 or 600. I can't really remember what amount it was, but I know it's around there. Yeah, I really do not want to miss out on the Magicant boost, because the Magicant boost will make Ness an immortal god. Like, basically nothing can kill Ness once you have the Magicant boost. But here's the deal. Once we get to chapter 9 and I'm done with the invaded Onet section, I'm gonna max out all of my characters to level 99 before going to the Cave of the Past. Because, like, seriously, I keep using save states, so I'm not getting experience. Well, really, I should say XP, but oh, so we're really gonna do this today? We're really gonna do this? Are we really gonna do this? Oh my god, just hit him, you monkeys. Dude, hit him. What are y'all doing? And then he blinds half of them. He blinds everyone but Ness. And the reason why Ness didn't get blinded is because he has the Night Pendant. Finally, I've been recording for more than 50 minutes, and I finally get the drop. Oh my god, that took way too long to get. But there's the Guardian Hieroglyphs drop, Pharaoh's Curse. I'm I'm gonna give this to Jeff. I'm gonna use this cup of life noodles on Pooh. Uh, Finally, man. All right, I feel like this is a good spot to create a save state. Man, I'm out. I can't with the pyramid anymore. I I feel like I need a mental break from this challenge. Because the pyramid is low-key stressing me out. Like seriously, it's stressing me out. Like I can't single out any of these enemies. The rooms are too narrow. The enemies do way too much damage to me. And I have the best gear up to this point in the game. Like seriously, they do like half of Paula and Jeff's health in just one hit most of the time. But I just want to get this out. I need a break.